All right, lean to BC, and we got a huge game next up in the in the ACC, Wake Forest and Clemson. What a game this should be here between these two. Wake Forest bouncing back in very impressive fashion after the tough loss to North Carolina. First loss of the year. They bounced back, beat NC State. Clemson 3.5, 4-point home favorites here, 56 being the total in this game. Clemson, it's got to be said that they didn't cover against UConn. They won 44-7. But it took them, a while for their offense to really get on track. And when you look at the numbers in that game, yeah, they were better for DJ, but he still only threw for 241 yards and a less than 50% completion rate against UConn. And thankfully they were able to run the football pretty well down UConn's throat. But it's not like the passing game was terrific for DJ. I mean, how are you 21 of 44 against UConn? And so there's still issues with Clemson's offense, and their defense has been obviously much better than their offense. But I'll say this right now. Look at this schedule for Clemson this year. Georgia Tech, NC State, Boston College, Syracuse, Pitt, Florida State, Louisville, UConn. Pitt maybe has an offense somewhat in the stratosphere as Wake. Nobody else does. And so for as good as Clemson's defense has been holding them in so many games this year, this defense is going to be put to the test by this explosive, fast-paced, very, very dynamic Wake Forest offense. And this could be a game where, this challenges Clemson a little bit here in this one with this offense. And if they fall behind in this game, their offense is finally going to have to move the ball and put up points quickly because it could snowball with how fast and how quickly Wake Forest can score. At more than a field goal getting the dog here with Wake, that's the only way I could bet it. I mean, I really think Wake Forest, this is going to be as good a chance as they're ever going to have to beat this Clemson team, and they control their own destiny on that side of the division in the ACC. 6-1, leading the Atlantic Division in the ACC. They control their own destiny. They win out. They're in the ACC championship game, which would be a great accomplishment for Dave Clawson and this team. What do you think here, C-Mac?
You hit the nail on the head. This is Wake's best chance to beat Clemson. I think I got to take the 3.5. I think this might be the only year. We'll see. I think Clemson, he just gets too many recruits there. Should be better. I've been an under. With Clemson game, even the under hit versus UConn, they covered. By the way, that early touchdown didn't score anymore the rest of the way, but it got him to cover. So yeah, I think Wake in this one. I think they'll be able to throw it. Clemson's defense. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be the 50 shootout though. I think Clemson will be able to hold Wake down, and I don't know if Clemson will make Wake Forest defense look a little bit better because that's how bad they are offensively. So be leery of the total here. It's dropped already, 3 points, but if it keeps going low, it might go too low, and you can take the over. But I have nothing on that. But right now, give me the 3 in the hook with Wake.
I just don't think I can do it, Connor, with betting a Wake under right now. I just don't. I mean, 87 and 113 the last 2 weeks, and 77
different teams, though. I agree. Yeah. Their defense looked different, too, early on in the year. I was surprised how Wake's defense did against Virginia, some of those teams. Yeah, it's interesting. If it keeps going low, I think the over probably is the play. So it's an interesting total here.
I mean, it's only 55.5. Like, this is extremely low for a Wake Forest game. There's no question about. I mean, their totals have been 65, 78, 72 the last 3 weeks. And this offense has just got it going in high gear right now. So it does feel like, wow, a pretty low total for a Wake Forest game. I would only bet it over. That's for sure.